Hello, this is Ed Burke with PlaceForTraders.com for Thursday, May 14th. Starting off in the June Mini S&P. In my last video, I talked about the pivot level for Wednesday of 905.5. Above 905.5 in the June Mini S&P was considered bullish. Below 905.5 was considered bearish. I had the first line of support down at 895.75. The second line of support down at 884.5. Now these are 15-minute bars. This is going all the way back late Tuesday evening. You can see we're trading above the pivot level. This thick black line I drew here is the pivot level, 905.5. We're staying above the pivot level. There was a couple spots in here where we traded just under the pivot level, but it served as a support, as in both instances we then traded a little higher. It wasn't until 6:45 a.m. Eastern Time that we broke through that pivot of 905.5 and stayed under the pivot level, signaling a bearish market for the remainder. This is actually still well before the regular trading session opened. You can see here that with this big sell-off on this 15-minute bar, when we broke through the first line of support at 895.75, this was 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time. This was when the retail sales number came out. The retail sales came out weaker than expected. The expectation was for a drop of 0.2%. The number came out down 0.4%. Retail sales excluding autos, the expectation was for unchanged. It came out down 0.5%. So you see here, this is where the regular trading session opened. You can see we're right between the first and second levels of support. Then we had a little rally in price. This was really the most, after the regular trading session opened, this was the most important part of the day, in my opinion. We went right up to 895.5. That coincidentally, I sent messages out to people to look to that first level of support as a resistance, that area around 895.75, 896. The bad news is that it was too close. That high was 895.5. So actually, if you took that number literally and tried to short the market at 895.75 and the market only went to 895.5, you would not have got an order filled. Then we had the sell-off in the market, breaking through the second level of support at 884.5. The low of the day was actually 880. Really not much happening then after that. We stayed under that second level of support for the most part. The market then settled at 885.25, just above that second level of support. Market was down 21.5 points on Wednesday. For Thursday, I'm looking at the pivot level. I'll get it back up here. The pivot level, 892.25. So the market settled at 885.25. We need to get above 892.25 for a bullish market. Below 892.25 is considered bearish. For resistance, I have the first level of resistance at 904.5. The second level of resistance at 924 even. For support, I'm looking at the first level of support, 873.75. The second level of support at 861.5. Also, I have a couple weekly numbers because they fall close in with some of our daily numbers. The first level of weekly support is at 891.5. That actually falls very close, just under our pivot level for the day. So the first level weekly support, 891.5. The second level of weekly support is 857.25, which is actually just below that second level of daily support at 861.5. Some numbers coming out. 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time, you have the producer price index. Producer price index, the expectation is for a rise of 0.2%. Core PPI, the expectation is for unchanged. And also you have weekly initial jobless claims. The expectation is for 580,000. That's all I have for this evening. Thanks for tuning in. If you haven't gone to my website as of yet, it's PlaceForTraders.com. You can go on and sign up for the free alerts. Thanks a lot for tuning in, and good trading.